Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of A Certain Point of View. This is our Star Wars day after breakdown. As you can tell, it's just two of us today, me and Jill. How's it going?
What day is it? If that answers how it's going. What day
You're
is
telling
it?
me.
Who are you? Where am I?
I know.
I think it's a Thursday.
It's this week. But yeah, Jake's not here. He's busy adulting. And we are going to try to just manage without him today.
We can do it. I believe in us.
It's more so a test of me trying to run the show. And
you can do it, Brian.
Yeah, so bear with me, folks, as I try to do this. But yeah, so we are here to break down the match that happened yesterday, which is, of course, the Andrew Dimalanta and Magic Mollie Damon match. It was one that we definitely were all looking forward to, and it definitely was a knockout, drag-out. It lived up to
it. Pound for pound, one after the other. There was controversy. Yeah. It's not going to be a Star Wars match, apparently. No, there's some kind of controversy. So
no,
it was that match was. I have a lot to say about this match.
Oh yeah, so yes, it's probably good that you and I are here to like tee it up a little bit, but yeah. So as we said, the match went down yesterday. People were counting Mollie out, and she held her own big time against him.
She proved why she is in this competition. She's not just Alex Damon's wife. She is Mollie Damon, a Star Wars competitor, and she showed exactly why she belongs there, just off her knowledge. And she killed it. She killed it. She basically didn't. She got what, like 2-3 questions wrong? She got her bonus wrong, so she had a perfect round one.
Yeah, the bonus. Whoa.
She got the bonus wrong.
I mean, well, yeah. The bonus question and then just the end. Oh, no. There was one in the second round, which one drove me nuts. But, yeah, so we'll just go straight into it. So round one, right off the bat, Jill, you and I and Jake noticed this one fairly quickly.
Challenge.
That was the a Sith only deals in what?
Absolutes.
And absolutes. Yeah.
That's an S.
Like a snake.
Plural.
Dimalanta did not put the S. Mollie did.
Or writing, which we should clarify with this match.
In writing.
And writing was absolute. But no challenge made.
Yeah, no challenge made. I mean, listen, it was the first freaking question.
I know. And that's a hard one to challenge to. No, you don't want to lose your challenge to it. It's a hard one to challenge, but it is an exact quote.
Yes,
only the Sith deal in absolutes.
Absolute.
It is an exact quote.
And yeah, so what's funny is people have definitely been coming to the defense on this one. Hey guys.
Hey. Let's get ready to talk. Schmoedown podcast is amazing. We love all the guys over there.
We love you guys. But what's funny is your favorite person in the whole entire world even posted defending that it should have been a challenge on the Facebook page. Mr. Brandon Hanna posted a
Am I about to agree with Mr. Brandon Hanna? Dang it.
Yeah. So he posted a picture of the scene with the subtitle underneath where it says absolutes, and then he posted Dimalanta.
You sly
and Mollie's. Yeah. So,
All right, Brandon, I agree with you on this one, Hannah. You win this round.
Yeah, it's very. Listen, Star Wars is the most nitpicky division there is. Literally, a letter changed this match not once but twice. Could have changed it twice. Yes, Brian, it is similar to you leave out a little bit of it and it's gonna come back and bite you.
Or 1,000 years and over 1,000 years, which again was the Mollie match. Poor Mollie.
Yep. I know. Molly's
got all this controversy in all her matches, and she just wants to play the game.
Just let her answer the damn question.
Let her play the game.
But yeah, Tim, perfect. Abso-freaking-lutely. It goes to show how extremely specific the super specific division is.
Yes.
Listen, this is, like we said, it's the most specific, nitpicky division there is. This is
the only division, other than Inner Geekdom 2 is pretty nitpicky, but Star Wars is 100%. You need to get it exactly as is. And yes, Mollie has told us that in previous matches they had accepted less than specific answers, but the league has changed over the last year and a half, 2 years. If you don't get it 100% on the dot exactly with the way the question is asking, you're going to get absolutes. If they're asking for a call sign and you give the name, even though it is the right name of that call sign, they didn't ask for the name. They asked for the call sign. It's if you're not 100% on it, then you're wrong.
We wish you did too. I mean,
I know. I understand why though. Like, I get it, but
but like we said, you kind of have to. It's scary to be.
It is scary.
The first question.
And to be fair, if I was in Mollie's shoes, I don't know if I would have challenged it either.
It's so easy for us to say, like,
we're not in there playing it.
Sam should have challenged, but you only have this much time to decide. And I mean, it's a split second.
And there's so many factors that can go with it, and it's just sometimes it's just better to just move on.
Exactly.
If they don't agree with you, you definitely could use that challenge in the future, which was the advantage for Dimalanta in his Scrimshaw match, because he saved his challenge for the overtime, and that's how he won. Yeah. So it's definitely a lot of mind. There's a lot of Jedi mind tricks in the Star Wars division.
It's I mean, we can fight that one all day, but at the end of the day, it could have easily been said like, well, it was the same thing. He just didn't put a letter. So you don't, really know.
Ratzenberger, it's the same thing.
Oh God! But I know. Where's Sean? The rest of the round, 10 for 10, absolute perfect, punch for punch. It was funny because it started off. I got like the first 4, and I was like,
I got like the first 5 or 6. And I was like, yes, no, I know. No.
And then it just went downhill, and I was like, all right, this is. But so 10 for 10 in the first round, impressive on both sides.
Excellent
Absolutely job. Impressive. I mean, anytime you can go around full first round 10 for 10, you're on the right path.
Getting a perfect round in the Star Wars division is just an accomplishment in itself.
Yeah. Oh, so, I know, right?
If you get perfect round 1 in Star Wars, there should be like a Star Wars, like there should be the belt and then like a Star Wars like Girl Scout sash where you get like little badges, and it's like, I got a perfect round 1. Like,
yeah. Well, here's Mollie's opinion right here. Just didn't want to throw down challenges a ton after that.
I don't blame you. After that last one, it's like
it would have literally been the same as the last match.
I would be scarred. I would be scarred from having a challenge after all those challenges in the last match. So I do not blame you at all, Mollie. I completely understand your mindset, 100%. And like I told you,
I mean,
and you were amazing.
Yeah, and it, like we said, we can beat it 100 times to we're blue in the face, but you never know if that was something that they would be willing to maybe just be like, okay, well, it's yeah. So whatever, so be it. With that, we then move into the bonus question, which is, in how many theatrical released films does Yoda make an appearance?
I answered what Molly answered on this one. I think I said
I did too.
7.
No, she said 8, and it was 7.
It was, yeah. I answered 8, and I literally had to stop. I was like, no, it's 8, and it was driving me nuts. And then I went, oh, and I thought about it. I guess I had the same answer, Molly.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I didn't even think about Clone Wars first.
Oh, I did. See, I thought of Clone Wars, but I think I thought that he was in 2 of the sequel trilogy movies, but he's only in the 1. So I think that's why I had said 8. I did count Clone Wars though.
I Clone Wars slips my mind not Clone Wars, the Clone Wars animated.
Clone Wars.
I forget this
even. Clones and Clone Wars.
Yes, Clone Wars. It slips my mind every single time. I
Clone
forget
Wars
it's even a thing.
Never slipped my mind because I wrote down 150 study questions for Clone Wars.
I remember you saying, like, I'm 16 minutes into the movie and I already have like
54 questions.
Yeah.
Clone Wars.
Well, there you go. Counted Return of the Jedi twice.
In those moments, it's like you can't, and you're being timed, and they're counting down, and they're saying numbers, and you're supposed to think of numbers. Like these competitors, I don't know how. I don't know if I kudos to all these competitors because my mind would just be a mess.
Yes, I listen. Playing against Jake, playing against you, I obviously you don't want dead silence when Christian and Mark are doing the countdown, but like. I can't help but concentrate like on what they're saying as well as trying to think the answer. So and I'm just like, okay, well, I don't even know how they do it.
Especially when you're at home and you're wearing like earbuds or headphones and it's literally going into your brain like directly. So it's like,
I know. I catch myself being like, what are you doing? Oh, no. Wait. It's just like,
so Molly and Andrew, you guys are champs. Like, all of these competitors. But nope.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Star Wars. So at the end of the first round, it was 11-10, and then we go to round 2. Dimalanta went first, and he spun Return of the Jedi. That is not one movie I would stay with, but a lot of people like that.
I always say if you land on the OG trilogy, always keep it.
Yeah, I mean, some people are better at other ones, obviously, but that was definitely, Tim.
If round 2, Tim, you heard us talking about round 1. Just wait till we get to round 2.
Yeah. It's okay. Sorry, I got distracted.
It's fine.
So in round 1,
we're having a good time. It's all good.
I know. Dimalanta goes 4 for 5 with 8 points, and Molly gets the 2-point steal. All right, let's break this one down.
Let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, first off, we have been texting probably nonstop about this since it happened yesterday, all 3 of us, and we're still all 3 of us are in agreement. First off, he got it wrong. And I'll speak on myself. I have watched that clip probably more than I even can count. He said the correct answer first.
I heard that too. And I was like, that sounded like he said Tidirium with an M.
Yes.
That's what it sounded like. But half the people in the chat were like, there's people that said, I listened to it 9 times and I heard Tidirian. So everyone is in agreement that no one can agree on what he said.
This is what I heard. He said it correctly first, but it was so muddled, even I had to replay it a couple times.
The fact that it had to replay it 5 times is,
Yes. So Christian asked him to repeat it. He then changed his answer.
Well, he asked him to spell it.
Yes. Well, he said, yeah, exactly. He spelled it.
He said, "Can you spell
with an
it?"
N?
Completely different.
Now, if you change it, and to be honest, I'm pretty sure he said it twice. He said Tidirium, and then he said it again, Tidirian.
I don't know if he said it twice.
And then he goes, did he? I don't remember.
I think he said it once, and then Christian said, "Can you?" And then he said, "Can you spell it?"
Yeah, but he's changed the spelling. It doesn't matter. It was if he would have wrote it on it, people were like, "Well, he didn't get the chance to write it on a piece of paper."
And here's
still would have spelled it with the N.
And that's my thing was the call correct with him getting the question wrong? Yes. He got the question wrong. He spelled it with an N. That is incorrect. Should they have thrown out the question and given a new question? Up for debate.
Yep. Well, here's Mollie's official word on it right here. Alex and I spoke to him, and he agreed. He got flustered and said N. When asked to spell it, I do think he said it correctly first. We should have gotten a new question. Absolutely.
And I'll agree with that.
He absolutely said it right the first time. I have no disagreement.
I agree that I think he said it right the first time. But to clarify, he spelled it incorrectly. So, and so you're going to get that wrong. Should they have gotten another question?
Yeah.
That's for me, that's where the big debate is. Not the NM. It's if they should have gotten another question or not. That's my big debate with it.
Yeah. I mean, listen. We don't know. Christian Mike, his earbuds or whatever, could have fumbled a little bit in the second. He could have just misheard it. There are so many factors.
There's so much stuff.
He asked for a repeat, whether that was on a piece of paper, whether that was out loud.
Your whiteboard's right next to you.
Exactly. It doesn't change. He chose the second time to spell it with the letter N, which then changes it to a wrong answer. But like Mollie said, we could have just thrown it out and had a whole new question. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and it didn't end up really. I mean, at the end of the second round, they had the same amount of points. So I mean, yes, it could have swayed things, whatever. But I mean, we could play the what if game until we're blue in the face.
Yes,
until we're blue in the face. But thank you. This was literally. So I know I literally just said it. Whatever. This was the second I heard this, Brian. I sent it to Jake.
Yes, and Christian said it. Ninko, they're two entirely different things.
Yeah. It's funny that you said that because that's exactly what I sent Jake the second it happened. I went Ninko.
It's a Ninko situation. Yep.
But like we said, we can harp on this till the end of time.
We can have debates.
It's not going to change anything.
Scream and cry about it, but the ruling is what it was.
Yeah.
Do we agree that it was an incorrect answer? Yes. Should there have been should we have thrown that question out, gotten a new question? That's where my debate is. That's where people are debating about the NM. Not a debate for me. He got the question wrong. Should it have been thrown out? Should they have gotten another question? That's where the big debate for me lies. But a ruling was made, and you have to agree with the judge's ruling. And that's the way the Schmoedown works. Schmoedown's like a game. It's like they do it in baseball. They do it in football. They replay. They get together. They talk about it.
Yeah.
They want it
is what it is.
And that's what it's turning into.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've said our piece on it. It's like we said, we can repeat this until we're blue in the face. And at the end of the day, it's not going to change. Okay. So, it is what it is. Good point.
I should put another outcry like the final round. I don't think it was like, I don't think they made a ruling to stop something from happening or to stop some kind of controversy or whatever. I thought their ruling with it was incorrect or not was correct in my opinion. But
yeah. So, all right, we're moving on from that. We're done with
we're
it.
done. We're pushing it aside. We're shoving it away. It is in the drawer, and we are not talking about it anymore.
But yeah. Well, here, Molly, you're better than I am because I would have been like, give me the damn steal.
Points.
Give me the points. I need every point I can get. Yeah. So then we go to the next round and or excuse me, not next round. Molly then goes on to spin and she spins A New Hope. And then she respins and lands on the Phantom Menace. Boy.
See, I would rather have Phantom Menace than A New Hope, personally.
Yeah.
Because I was raised on the prequel films. That's how I originally I saw the prequels before I saw the original trilogy. So
a lot of us.
For me, the prequels are my strength, and so I would very much rather have the Phantom Menace over A New Hope. But then again, Tund is the reason why Sean didn't get his 5 points. So now I have a love-hate relationship with the Phantom Menace.
Listen, the Phantom Menace has been getting worked in categories. I feel like I hear that one like every single match.
Some of the hardest questions have come from Phantom Menace.
Yeah, and I can't even imagine how many. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I can't even imagine how many times the writers have had to rewatch this movie to think of questions
the writers,
for
man.
every
Bless
single
and that whole writing crew.
Yeah,
I was going crazy writing questions, and they're doing this. I was going crazy writing questions for one person, and they're doing this for a tournament.
I know, it's wild.
I bow down to the question writers.
So all right, Miss Molly takes the Phantom Menace, goes 4 for 5 with 8 points. Dimalanta gets that 1 point steal. Oh, here we go. I have thoughts on the question I got.
They were tough.
We're very, yes. I am not one to be picky with the writers because, let's be honest. I did not, and I wasn't going to say anything about this because at the end of the day, it's what it is. I had a problem with his steal, that question.
What was the question?
The question was, why did Obi-Wan suggest landing the Naboo Royal Starship on Tatooine? And
because of the way from
and then we went to the multiple choice on that one. And Molly picked Protected by the Hutts, and then Dimalanta picked Free from the Trade Federation.
Which is a fair choice, too.
It is.
I think it's an actual quote, too.
It is. So I went back and watched it because I would have fought to the death over the what you call it? The answer Molly had. Yes. No, the answer Molly picked the Hutts one. And I was like, I was so freaking confident. I was like, it's the Hutts. So Obi-Wan says the Trade Federation, and literally the second he finishes it, Qui-Gon says it's also protected by the Hutts. So it's like I was like, yes, see?
Well, what was the
that's what I thought it was. There's not even another word in between what Obi-Wan says, and then immediately it's what Qui-Gon says. So that one that was
the question. Why does Obi-Wan say?
The question was, why does Obi-Wan suggest landing?
Because it was Obi-Wan. But the fact that Qui-Gon says it right after, okay, that's okay.
It was literally. He goes, he literally says, it's whatever, safe from the Trade Federation. And then Qui-Gon goes, it's protected by the Hutts or whatever. And I was like, dude, it's literally like.
Right after the other.
So, here we go.
To Star Wars.
Okay, here's Molly's thoughts. All of Andrew's question had one-word answers. There are several ways to answer that question. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. Oops.
Yeah.
And then, but that was Qui-Gon, not Obi-Wan. However, Obi-Wan says it's small, remote, out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just
And that's one of those
bugged me 'cause
questions where it's like, can I challenge? But then they'll be like, well, Qui-Gon says the Hutts, and then
exactly. Yeah.
whole.
Again,
Isn't the Star Wars League fun?
Star Wars, so nitpicky. But that's how it has to be.
So much. No, it has to be. That's what it. That's. I mean, if there was a Harry Potter division, it would be how many individual envelopes does Harry touch when the envelopes are flying out of his fireplace? Like it's.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for those questions in Star Wars. I'm literally waiting for those questions. I'm waiting for when you pause it at this exact time, how many stars do you see in the sky? Like,
yeah. How many planets are rotating in a circular motion? Like, that's what we're going to get to at some point. It's just
what
like,
is the actual exact circumference of Naboo?
Yeah, it's going to get to that point at some point. But yeah, anyway, so by the end of this round, again, 2020, we're at a perfectly tied question. Okay, see, I don't think you got lucky.
Yes, Molly, explain it.
That's the problem I have with those type of questions is, again, I'm not digging the writers. I'm just saying I'm just not a fan of these types because there's like kind of multiple ways to answer it.
For some there are,
with it being this, it has multiple ways of answering it, but still can be the right answer. And it's very scary because you're sitting there going, well, what if I say it this way, but it's wrong? Meant to be said that way, but it still means the same thing.
Because I am notorious for just way overthinking everything, and that's all I would do. I would just overthink everything, and I just want to give like I said, can we just give all these people like little sashes and like, you did this for this and you did this and like you didn't overthink a question and like that's amazing. Like
100%.
These people are amazingly talented.
Dude, good for you because I
was bummed, girl. You were bummed your questions weren't harder.
Yeah,
you're amazing,
don't look at me. I'm sitting there like, can I get one of them? Because I don't even.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. So we should just had you on, Molly. Decided to retire. Double check the Star Wars questions because he knows which ones are.
It's like a second judge, someone judging like challenges.
Brian,
I agree with that.
That would be kind of cool to have him. If he was to, let's say, retire, just have him kind of be like the person sitting on the side, ready to like, because I mean, that's a great freaking idea.
I love that.
That's a really good idea.
We'll write that down on the board.
I know. This was literally me when I read the comment. I was like, what?
Mollie Damon says that stuff. A true 100% bomb Star Wars competitor says,
Only
I
Damon.
want harder questions next time. Can you bump it up, please?
I know. I'm sitting there like,
we're sitting here like, no, we want to try and play along, and we can't already. Don't make it more difficult.
Jill and I are like, 4. We got 4, and then it's like
we got 4. Oh my god.
Yeah.
If you guys watch that video, now you know why I turned down a chance at competing, because I would be awful.
that was inner geekdom. Get out of here. You know Star Wars much better right now.
Yeah, but now. But still, I still can't compete with what Andrew and Molly were doing. Heck no. There's no way. Yeah. That's why I said let's do a Patreon like spouse match.
The family, a Padawan league.
Even though, can we do a Padawan league? I'll be a Padawan
league. A little filter.
Although now if we do a spouse match, Molly's still gonna.
Oh my god! If I have to like start a petition to get that spouse Star Wars one going, I will do it. I absolutely will do it because I have no shame in that game.
Well, now
right.
Mollie's an actual competitor now. She doesn't need a spouse match. She's like, I'm a competitor. I got this. And she's proven it too. Kudos, Mollie.
I know. So round 3, we have Mollie going with the one. I finally knew one of these questions. Mollie's first question being, in Solo, Darth Maul tells Kira to meet him on which planet?
I knew this one. Dathomir.
Love me some Dathomir.
I love me some Solo. #, make Solo 2 happen.
I know. Don't even get me started. You, me, and Jake. So, right? Okay. That's why I'm... Okay. Sorry. This is why Jake hosts, because he keeps the flow. I go off on tangent.
We're going to talk.
Yeah.
We're going to talk. Hi, everybody. How's your Thursday?
I want I hate the term losers bracket. A not winners, not whatever you want to call it, bracket. And
congratulations, you won a perfect game but got one question wrong. So
yeah, exactly. So I want them to filter through that. So like, say you lose one, you play through it, and then eventually you come back and face that.
And with Star Wars, you can't, because there's only 8 competitors.
I know. It's perfect.
So you could totally do a second bracket.
Absolutely. I mean, it's crazy that there has to be a loser when some of these games are going perfect. So, but yeah. Anyways, round 3. And then we had Dimalanta's question, which was The Force Awakens. What actor plays Resistance pilot Snap Wexley? Greg Grunberg. Got that one right. And then we went to Return of the Jedi. What?
Is Snap Wexley's actor just like really well known? Because like a 2-pointer for an actor name, that's...
I mean, it might be common knowledge that way, but...
It might be common. I don't know. It might be common. Everyone's like, yeah, everyone knows who Snap Wexley is, Jill. God, like, I don't know. I'm learning.
Yeah. See? Tim, this is what, if you watched when we talked to Ben Goddard, he said the exact same thing. Esports has a losers bracket that's pretty popular too. So, yeah, it would be something that is very cool. And then let's see. Yeah. Then, so Mollie had her question of Return of the Jedi. The Emperor tells Luke an entire legion of what awaits his friend on the forest moon of Endor. I literally was going, Stormtroopers! And it was like, and then they both said, I was like, oh.
What was the answer? Was it best troops?
It was best troops.
Got it.
So I was literally, yeah.
I think I was on Mollie's wavelength. I think I was thinking, because she said best men. Best men,
yeah.
I think I was on that same wavelength too.
Yeah, I was literally screaming Stormtroopers at it.
And the thing with Star Wars too is that you get so focused on the minor details of everything. Quotes are no fun. Quotes are
and then again, here's a quote right here. Who said it for Dimalanta in Solo? Which character said, I don't like it. I don't agree with Jake. Right on. I don't like it. I don't agree with it, but I accept it. Which was Lando.
See, I thought it was L3 for some reason, but then when he said Lando, I went, "Oh yeah, it is Lando."
Yeah, I thought it was Beckett. I thought it was Beckett, and went, "Oh," and then I heard it.
And then as soon as he said Lando, I was like, and then the scene came right to my mind. I was like, "Oh, yep, that's definitely Lando."
Scene came to the mind, and it sounds like a Lando. So, first off, way easier second question than Mollie's. But I'm not going to say...
That's the thing with the game, though, is people are like, well, that question was easier. It's like, well,
you can't make them perfect.
Some wheel slice questions are going to be a little bit more difficult than others. Some round 3 questions, some 2 points are going to be harder than other 2 points. And that's just that's just the way the game works. That's how Schmoedown is. You can't, there's no diagram of how to level a difficulty of different things. So that's just how the game works.
You're a freaking monster. That's why.
That's the way the game goes. And it's
monster.
It's how the cards are dealt sometimes, and it's you can know all of the other person's questions, and then it's Schmoedown.
Yeah, it would have. It's you know, you just never know. But then vehicles, weapons, and technology was Mollie's last one.
And if there's going to be a 5-pointer you do not want,
it's that category.
It's vehicles tech. For me, anyway.
What is the name?
People, it's like yes, but
no, not for me. What is the name of the Nebulon B escort frigate that Luke gets his wounds tended to on following his fight with Darth Vader? The Empire Strikes Back. She says the Liberty, and it was Redemption. I didn't even know the damn thing had a name, so
apparently
I know he was in a back to tank, and that was in the giant diaper, and that was like.
Shout out to Mollie for actually saying like an actual legit name, because I would have been like. Oh,
I absolutely. I would have been like.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, I have no freaking idea. So then, obviously Andrew wins the match because of that, 25-22. But this was a punch for punch from the beginning.
These are the kind of matches I like to see.
Exactly.
Some people love seeing the perfect games. I don't want to see a perfect game. I want to see people going toe to toe. You get this one wrong. I get this one wrong. You get a steal. I get a steal. That's what I want to see. It's exciting. It gets me engaged. So this was for me a really, really awesome match to watch, because it's what I want to see out of a Star Wars match.
Absolutely.
Controversy.
If you can give it just a little hit.
Controversy.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was wild from the beginning. I 100% echo you with this is the type of matches you want. Mm-hmm. As amazing and impressive and just jaw-dropping as a perfect game is, we like a little excitement.
We like it. We like when things get a little dangerous.
Yeah. So I mean, no surprise. I think all three of us picked Mollie, and you know what? Regardless of the outcome, people need to be scared of her now because she's only going to come back stronger. So it's including Sean. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
Be nice
Sorry.
To Sean, please.
I know, right?
Be nice to Sean, Mollie.
Dude. If we would have had that loser bracket, they could have ended up playing each other.
How fun would that loser bracket have been? Sean, Adam Witt, like Scrimshaw. How fun would that have been?
Star Wars is wild, but Leo and Tim both. I'll put them both. The suspects are now out of tournament play. But
I didn't know that.
There's literally I think 2 or 3 teams that are down to one person anyway. So we're at that point where teams are gonna start dropping. Mm-hmm. I mean, Star Wars is literally 2 matches away from being
I think the Den just has Goddard. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, the Den still has.
Saul got out. Sean is out. I think Goddard. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm forgetting someone.
No, it's Goddard because it was Saul, Goddard, and Sean.
Saul Goddard on opposite brackets, opposite sides of Intergeekdom, and then Sean and
then I'm not sure who else, but there are a couple teams that are down to, I believe, 1, maybe 2, but that's to be expected at this point because the bracket Star Wars is almost done. There's literally Laura Kelly's. Laura Kelly versus here, Jake put the little thing up. Laura Kelly versus Ace for that match next week. And then this is obviously the bracket as it stands. Like we said, the Star Wars tournament almost over. So,
Aww.
I mean, I don't know.
So much fun.
Lots of things. There you go. But yeah, it's wild, man. It's absolutely wild. I don't think anyone can complain with how the tournaments have gone.
No. It's been...
okay, that's what I thought. I knew there was Brian. I knew there was one other team that just has one person left, and that's the Rockstars.
Rockstars just have Damon.
Alex. Yeah. Do the groups just have Hannah too?
And then does who for the Finstock Exchange is in IG?
Barbarian and Emily, but then they have Dimalanta, so they have two still.
They have Barbarian and
So I mean, like we said, we're at that point where people are going to be down to either 2 players, 1 players, or no players, because the Star Wars bracket's almost done. And
like we said in the show a couple weeks ago, that these tournaments are just going to flip these standings on their heads.
Yeah, then here, this absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. The next 2 matches are going to be absolute
nuts.
Just bloodbaths. It's going to be, I mean, do you want to predict who we think for this next one?
Sure. We don't have to go super in depth because we'll do that in our in-depth one, but we can talk about it. We got time.
Yeah.
It's Thursday. Yeah. We're hanging. We're having a good time.
Yeah. So for me, I'm definitely going with Laura.
Me too.
Even though you can't count out Ace, I'm going with Laura.
I think Ace is gonna Ace got Knapsack out of the tournament. So if you're discounting Ace, you shouldn't.
I completely. It's there. It's definitely there.
I still think my girl Laura is gonna murder.
So do I.
She's gonna get a perfect round 1 again, and I have Laura taking this, but I think Ace is gonna surprise people again. Ace is great. Ace is astounding. Do I think Laura can take it? Yeah, but I feel like this is going to be another one of the same matches like Mollie and Andrew, where it's actually going to be one of those pound for pound, back and forth. You get this wrong, I'm going to get this one wrong later. There might be a steal here and there. I'm very excited.
Yeah, this next match is going to be wild. Brian, the promos are going to be El Fuego because they are
Shannon and Winston.
Yeah, they started trash talking the second the match was over last time for Ace.
And Laura is embracing the dark side, embracing it. And I love to see it.
So and if that's the case, and then winner of that match takes on Dimalanta in, the finals of the tournament, the semifinals of the whole entire thing, if you want to say it that way, because whoever is playing Alex for the championship. But
number 1 contender spot. And
either way, that is going to be an absolute battle royale.
2 weeks ahead of us.
Yeah, that's going to break like the Twitch record of viewer counts.
The Twitch viewer count is going to
Schmoedown.
Oh,
Eric, I 100% agree with you. 100%, because he got rattled a little bit, and he seemed confident, and then there was a couple points where he seemed rattled and
second guessing, and
and when you go against someone, again, not counting out Ace yet, but if he was to play someone like Laura is like this the whole time. So calm, cool, collective. But definitely these next 2 weeks are going to be freaking amazing. Oh, I forgot the faction standings. So this is where we stand right now as the faction standings are updated. This does not include the Jacobson and Zipper match, I believe. Yeah, no, it doesn't. So don't spoil it for the people that haven't. But yes, because of that, Finstock Exchange does get more points. So yeah, hopefully
Mollie,
they could.
Mollie just said exactly what I've been thinking too.
Which was what?
Speed round.
Oh.
Especially because he's never well, I could say the same with Ace too, is Ace and Andrew have both never been in a speed round.
Mm-hmm.
Laura
here we go. So, yeah.
It all exactly.
So do I. I think she's an unstoppable force at this point, and it's to me like she's almost like a wrecking ball. Like, get out of her way because she's going to just smack you. So I don't know. I'm not counting Ace out completely because every time
except I did vote for Ace against Knapsack, but anyway.
Well, like we said, he
you can't count
every time he's been counted out, he's won. Yeah,
and he
every single time he's counted out.
He likes it when you count him out. So
absolutely,
he's
which like we said, every time he's been counted out, he's won. So he's definitely made himself a name in this division, and we look forward to seeing it next week. But that's gonna do it for us today. We survived without Jake.
We did it.
I survived without
you. You did it. I'm so proud of you.
I know, right? 2 in a row. He's trying to slowly kill me as hosting. But so that is gonna do it for us today. Also, please, on Sunday, come see our Ladies Appreciation Night. You guys,
the roster
I don't want to give away things, but the roster is beyond anything we could have even imagined. It's going to be a freaking blast.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Here we go.
I'm so excited.
Our faithful leader is now chiming in.
Speed
round for titles matches. Speed round will have to be 10 questions. It's a lot of words. So yeah.
Oh, if it's digital, I think Mollie was saying that too, that it's going to be digital.
Yeah. So.
Yes, Mollie, take a break. That was oh my god.
IG.
Same. As soon as Sean was out, I was like, oh, I cannot wait to not watch Star Wars for the next 4 months.
You already know poor thing's probably only getting Mollie, to watch IG movies now.
100. Have fun watching Lord of the Rings 19 times.
Yeah, I don't even know what they could be possibly watching, but so
not Star Wars. That's what matters.
Not Star Wars. But again, that is going to do it for us. Please come check us out on Sunday. It is going to be
Pacific Standard Time. Bring a nice cocktail, bring a glass of wine, crack open a beer. We're gonna party, and it's gonna be epic.
Yeah. So make sure you check that out, and then tomorrow we will have a reaction to this heavyweight fight that is Paulo Yama and Chance Ellison. First round fight, if you can believe that. So get excited for that one too. So for a certain point of view and the Star Wars reaction, I am Brian. That is Jill. And we will see you guys next time.